So today you join me on a little project that I've really been wanting to get on with for quite a while, and that was to do a complete remake over of these old wagons. Now I've had these for quite a while, so these are the old style, and I do believe you can buy a pack of 3 of the newer version for about 21 to 25 quid, something like that, from Hornby. So it'll be good. So let's pull that off. These just snap out, and then that definitely needs a good cleaning. So I think we'll give that some soapy water on the top. Put that to one side, and then the body should just separate by just split between the two. And it's got these 4 lugs that fall out the chassis, quite easy, and then the weight falls out underneath. So there we go. That's the body. I think that definitely needs a clean as well. It looks a lot of dust on there, so we'll give that a good wash. And anything else? Yeah, I think the other side as well. That's all that detail. So let's just give that a good wash. Put it aside. Now the chassis. Definitely needs to change these wheels. These are the old plastic ones. So get rid of them. I think we'll put some Romford ones in. Now everything else looks good. So I shall leave the chassis is. Buffer beams again. We've got all dust in there, so I need to clean them out. So I think we'll give it all a good wash in before we even go through the spraying. Throw them wheels away, and we'll get some new ones. Right, so you join me just finishing off these little ladder racks. I've just given a good old washing with some soapy water. My little spray ball there. Just giving it a good old scrub. That gets all the dust off. Now I should give them a little drying, and then let these dry, sort of naturally dry. And I think we'll give them a black spray over to make them sort of look a little bit newer. But they'll certainly look a lot better when they're done. I did consider putting silver runs and make them look like a silver walk, but then I'd have to do all of them. So I'm going to leave them as black, as standard. And I think the black will just look nice. That's what they're intended. So let's put them to one side, and then get the rest of the bits we need. And I think we'll respray the bodywork. Right, so I've just laid everything out into the garden and made use of this lovely hot weather, because I've got a big garden and ideal location to do all my spraying. Right, so I'm just putting a little block of wood underneath each of the bodies, and that's to lift them up so all the overspray can penetrate underneath the casting. Otherwise you end up with I would end up with a red line in between the gap where the 2 halves meet, so that helps. So it's all preparation at this point, and I'm just going to use a normal car spray on this in a black, matte black, and just going to blast them all over. Let's put our little tread plates down, or gantry walkways. Here's the spray. Give it a good old shake, a couple of minutes to get the paint all mixed, and then just give them a light blasting, just literally light covering at this point. Excuse my legs, but it is summer, so make good use of the weather where we can. So I shall carry on just giving these a little spray over, and then I'll just sort of finish up with another couple of coats on top. So just finishing off the last of spraying, because it's so hot, these literally dry in about 2 or 3 minutes. It's really great. So I've done this in the course of like 10 to 15 minutes. So just finish this off, and then we'll leave these to sort of bake to dry in. Okay, so this is the part of the build that I love doing. This is putting everything back together again and making it all come back as it was. Now, just checking these are all okay. Just having a look at all the parts, making sure I've covered all the red bits that are originally in the casting. It looks like there is a couple of tiny bits, so I might just have to give that tiny blast over to get it into the light. You can't always see everything, so I think we'll push them together. We'll fit the two halves and just check that they marry up, and then there's no discrepancy in the colouring of the plastic. There's a little bit on the top there I can see. All in all, that looks quite good. So that one needs a little bit of a touch up, and again I should imagine this one will as well. It just fits together. These, I've tried to keep them in their same halves, but they should all match up anyway. And again on this one, so I think I'll just give them a little quick touch up on the ends and a little blast over. I can see a couple of red dots, and then we'll put them all together again. Right, so time to get some wheels out. I'm going to use these Romford wheels on this because I've got a nice little stock of them, and they're nicely precisionally made and they slide nicely to adjust. So something that's very important is to actually gauge all your wheels. Now, I never used to bother with this, and something that's very, very important. And it was Susanna that actually pointed to me. She said, because I said I had some derailments, and mentioned that had I gauged all my wheels, which I thought, no, why would I? But yes, it's very important. Stops a lot of derailments and certainly makes my life a lot easier. A little screwdriver will tease that out, so that's really good. You just sort of, a bit like using a feeler gauge, and you use the brass gauge to actually just adjust the setting. And it is very, very important, as I've discovered. We live and learn. So what I'll do is I shall carry on doing this, and once I've done all the wheels I need, we'll then add the chassis to the bodywork, and then add the other detailing bits that we need to do. That's a bit tight, that's good. One more to do on that one. That's it. Easy when you know how. Always learn the hard way, Gary. Right, so that's all done. I've done these two, and they look quite smart. Quite pleased with this already. So there is our chassis. Put the weight in, the most important part, and then just slide that into. Oh, the weight's fallen out. Let's try again. A little bit fiddly. That's because I didn't get it right. There we go. And then the two lugs actually just locate in the two holes underneath, and then our walkway goes on the top. Now I have ordered some ladders to complement the sides, so you can climb up. So they're on order. Once they've arrived, I shall add them, and then I shall stick the stickers on, and then they should all come together. And then we need to do a bit of weathering to them, and definitely will be better than what they were before, I believe. So that's that. Snap in, there we go. That's right. So just put these onto the layout just to check that they will nicely run on the track and all smooth. You can see they're a lot smoother than they were before. So these obviously haven't got any stickers on. Obviously haven't got the ladders on the walkway, and but the tops are nice and clean. The wheels are nice and running, and they're all literally looking a lot better already. I can't believe the transformation from them red ones that had some discrepancy in the print, but now with the black, they look a little bit more sort of more up to date and completely different to all the other stock. I think it detracts the look of being a toy to being a more prototypical wagon. You can see that's one I've done before. So all I need to do is add a little bit more weathering and add all the other components, and I think we'll be back on track. So this really was the overall look that I was trying to achieve, get this kind of feel for my wagons, but not as run down. So after buying some decals to suit, I found out they were stickers, but they went on quite well. Painted the axle boxes. For the stickers, these are TTA wagon ones. I wanted TTA, so I then had a little bit of black to hide the E in the middle, which went quite well, and that was always my intention, which you'll see in a second. I've added some weathering and some black sort of gloss staining just to give that sort of appearance in the middle. So let's have a little look as our 08 shunter nicely brings these into the middle of our shot. I will bring the camera right down so you can see all the detail that I've added, and I'm really happy the way these have turned out, and it's been such a fun project and a really easy job to do, and I highly recommend anybody to just have a little play and do this. So let's bring the camera down and have a look right up close. So as we pan down, you can see the stickers that I've added, and you can see I've just dragged some black through the middle to hide that typo, and it certainly works well. You can see I've done a little bit of weathering, I've done some oil staining, all for that prototypical look, and obviously some little decals on the end of the wagons itself. Our axle boxes got red on, and then obviously the new set of wheels for smooth running, and just to add that sharp look, nice little touch of silver acrylic on the buffers. And just to top it all off on all of them, I've added these set of ladders. Now these were from a signal box kit that you can buy, and I got a pack of 3, so you can add them to each of your wagons, and they just bend over the little brass ladders. And I think all in all it sets the models off superbly, and I'm really happy the way these have turned out, so certainly give it a good go. So there you go, that is our little tank wagon project. Certainly enjoyed making this. Hope you guys found this inspirational in some way, and give it a go, you never know. Anyway, take care guys, and as we always say, happy modelling. Cheerio.